Um, when they raided us, when they ransacked us, they were spraying oxygen. They blew up our crystal towers. They pushed our sun away. Well, our second son away. Okay, so this represents a change in frequency. A lot of historians don't know that because they not, and how it was conquered. This is supposed to represent a dead god, but he's conquered that. These beings actually exist though. All right? It's many beings that exist. That's why you need to study Egyptian paintings. All right? They wasn't just drawing things to draw them. Okay? Whole species of them. They show you the species. Then they show you, just look at the scales and the balance and the imbalance after the fall in frequency. All right? Most of these paintings is about the fall, y'all. And we're left behind for us to wake up with light codes in them. Okay? All right? So understand that. This is Osiris. Anytime you pull up any picture of Osiris, they're going to always show him green because he was green. All right? They're going to always show you Osiris in some type of green form if you kind of look them up. Look. They're going to always try to depict them green. Okay? You look up Osiris. Any pictures of him. Look. All these pictures that's supposed to be Osiris. Look. They always going to show them to you green. Miss the nails though. They exaggerating with that. You know, that's they always try to do some monster effect on us to make us look like, you know what I'm saying? But now, I want to pull something up on the screen, something else up on the screen. And I want to show y'all. Let me go to it. Blue-black, a sort of electric blue tone that occurs when the skin pigment has gone beyond black. Blue-black is very black indeed. So, electric blue, right? I wanted to show you that because electric blue is a scientific term that actually exists. And the blue is the highest form of electricity, electric impulse because of the blue flame. This is the Kundalini energy, y'all, that's rising right now in the community. The blue flame is what they fear. Okay? I showed y'all that. Now, this was floating around on the internet. I screenshotted this because I wanted y'all to see this quote that Manly P. Hall stole from us. But the quote goes like this. We are the gods of the atoms that make up ourselves. But we are also the atoms of the gods that make up the universe. All right? That's real. Let me read it again. We are the gods of the atoms that make up ourselves. But we are also the atoms of the gods that make up the universe. Now, everything at its base form breaks down to atoms. Now, why is atoms important? My bad, wrong pictures, y'all. Why is atoms important? All right. Why is atoms important? I'm going to show you exactly why. Because when you're talking about neuromelanin, remember I told you that Osiris and Atum was the same person. So first thing that need to be seen, let's go to it. Let me pull it up. Okay. So when you talking about blue, black, and you talking about neuromelanin, you need to understand that everything starts with atom. And it's 4 different atoms. Okay. And this is where it gets deep because the elites, you know, this is how they really hid you from you. Okay. And how they fear this neuromelanin that makes you the God source. Okay. Now, Let's start with Adam. The first Adam is spelled Atum, Adam. Egyptian, sun god. Also, he was the first Anunnaki to come to planet Kai. Let's go look up Adam. All right, let's go look up Adam. Atum, Egyptian god. Let's see what it says about Adam. All right, Adam. Egyptian civilization, gods and goddesses. Adam, a primeval cosmic god. Adam is the sun god. As creator, he's also the substance for which all creation is unfurled. He is the Lord of the universe. And in his, you see what I'm saying? This is Adam. Adam. And I was trying to tell you earlier that Adam and Osiris is the same motherfucker. All right, that's why in that picture, they showed them like this. This is Osiris. This is Adam. Look. The gods Osiris and Adam from the tomb of Nefertiti, New Kingdom wall painting. Okay? Same individual before the fall, after the fall. Okay? Let's go back to Adam though. So we talk about Adam. Okay? Now, understand that back home on our home planet of Sirius X, Adam was one of the very first gods ever created. Okay, you got Zeus that was created first, and then Adam was basically like second. Okay? Now, Adam was also among the original 24 scientists that helped create the entire multiverse. This was Adam. Okay? Now, he's a black god, if you want to use the term black. And this is why in the Bible, they stole Adam from the original Adam. Atum. All right? This is the original Adam. Let me go back to it. The original Adam represents us, Anunnaki. First to ever come to planet Kai. This is why in Egypt, he's known as... Let's click on him. In Egypt, Adam's name is thought to be derived from the verb which means to complete or to finish. Thus, he has been interpreted as being the complete one and also the finisher of the world, which he returns to watery chaos at the end of the creative cycle. As creator, he was seen as the underlying substance of the world, the deities and all things being made of his flesh or alternative being his Ka, aka Ka meaning chi or ki, Kai. All right? Anunnaki, his Kai. Another word for Kai is Chi, okay? So that's what the Chi represents, the life force, okay? So this is Adam. This is Adam. This is another reason why they fear the blue black, all right? When you talk about blue black and neuromelanin, and Adam being the second oldest of the gods ever created in the masculine form, because the first beings created was all feminine beings, Anunnaki goddesses. Then they created the first 24 scientists, which were all male deities, which were your first Anunnaki gods, with Zeus, a.k.a. Satan, being the head scientist. He was the first one created. The second one created was Adam. All right? So after we created the whole universe, I was also one of the original 24 scientists. All right? Now, after the whole multiverse was created, okay, we then decided to set up a headquarter planet, a second headquarter to our original headquarter, Sirius X, which is Xylanthia, in the Sirius star system. Okay, that's headquarters, but we wanted a new headquarter, right? A second headquarters, so to say. So this is when I told you all the story about how, planet Kai was the last planet created. Okay, Adam was the one he was the first one to come to Kai. Okay, he was the one that sent word back home that Kai needed more help, that it would need more work before it could be ready. Okay, so Adam was also represents he who is many. And they won't never say that on here, but this is true ancient metaphysics. Adam represents he who is many. So when they tell you in the Bible about how they told God told them go be fruitful and multiply, that's what the goddesses told to Adam back home on Sirius X. And Adam is a black god, an Anunnaki god. So he looks just like me or any black man or Latino man you see walking around. Okay? So You know, when they depict these guys in Egypt, they always want you to think they these outer worldly characters. They don't just want to show you regular black people because they don't want the truth to be out there. But that's their we are the gods and goddesses of ancient lore. Okay? So Adam, once he got here to Kai, he broke himself up into many pieces. Okay, he multiplied, even giving some of himself to Kai to form the planet itself. That's why to this day, planet Earth actually has atoms in it. Okay, and not only Earth has atoms in it, but every avatar that was later created on the planet Kai, which we now call bodies, are composed of what? Atoms. Okay, this is why the body has atoms. Okay, so you could say that Adam, being one of the original gods, is an ancestor who has broken up a piece of himself as in a little bit of everybody's avatar. And not just everybody's avatar, but the planet, the plants, the animals, and the planet herself. All right? Because this is what he chose to do in the beginning. Okay? He who is many. The be fruitful and multiply, that's what that represented. But though, he was hidden, he has been hidden from you. All right? And then they talk about him in Egyptian, you know. They talk about how he was basically the creator. Okay? So that's us. And that's why the Egyptians depicted him as at the least black. Okay? So that was Adam. But it was many gods and goddesses. Remember that. It's just he was one of the original 24 male gods created. And he was the first one to actually come to Kai. All right? That's why in Egyptian lore, he's looked at as the first one to come to Earth. That's why he's called the Lord of the universe. Okay? That's the real Adam. Okay? Now let's keep going. It's 4 Adams. Now the second Adam is Adam, which is God's first creation in religion. The one who they tell you, hey, God made Adam and Eve and blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is the European, the Eurocentric, the westernized version of the true story of Adam. And, you know, meaning Zeus created human beings. So the story of Adam and Eve in the Bible is the story of the human beings being created. But they stole the name Adam from the original Adam, which is one of the original gods, Anunnaki gods, and the very first to come down here to Kai. Okay, now the third Adam is Atom, Atom, meaning smallest unit of ordinary matter. Everything breaks down to atoms at its smallest form. Why? Because everything has a piece of atom in it. Remember, Adam means he who is many. So when they told you in the Bible this story of God said be fruitful and multiply, no, the goddesses said that to Adam. They told him to multiply, be fruitful and multiply. And he multiplied within himself. Okay, because this is the gift that was given to him. He broke himself up into many pieces, meaning he put a piece of his energy into everywhere to make himself omnikinetic, omnipresent. So this is why to this day we have atoms in us. Atoms is in everything. All right, let's look it up. All right, and they know this. So they had these 4 different meanings behind one word. And this is all a part of their spelling to trick you away from neuromelanin and blue-black. Atoms. An atom is the smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element. Every solid, liquid, gas, and plasma is composed of neutral or ionized atoms. Atoms are extremely small, typically around 100 picometers across. Now, remember I told y'all, what are the 4 phases of matter? Solids, liquids, gases, and plasma energy. All right? The lowest vibration is solid as you move up in vibration. Once you go into the plasma realm, you're going into the quantum realms. All right? Cosmic realms, okay? So, Adam is the smallest. Why? Because he put a piece of himself in everything. This is what the atom really is symbolic of. This is also why if you click on Adam in Wikipedia, right, you'll see how intelligent atoms really are. So that'll let you know that atoms is not just some shit floating around in your body. Okay? An atom is the smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element. Every solid, liquid, gas, and plasma is composed of neutral ionized atoms. Atoms are extremely small. They are small. They are so small that accurately predicting their behavior, keyword behavior, using classic physics as if they were tennis balls, for example, is not possible due to quantum effects. So what this means is that they behave like fucking they got their own brain. All right, now let's keep moving. Every atom is composed of a nucleus. Okay, so every single atom in you has its own nucleus, and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus. The nucleus is made up of one or more of protons and a number of neutrons. Okay, so we're going to find out. Now, let's keep reading. Only the most common variety of hydrogen has no neutrons. Remember, hydrogen is what we originally breathed. This is why it doesn't have any neutrons. Now, let's find out what they say. More than 99% of an atom's mass is the nucleus. Okay? The nucleus is the brain of the atom, y'all. So atoms have brains called nucleuses, y'all. All right? And yo, like this how atoms have intelligence. You get what I'm saying? Because your ancestor Adam did this. Okay, now, they can't describe this, but this is the true reason why. Now, check this out. The protons have a positive electric charge. The electrons have a negative electric charge. Okay? This is why opposites attract. Positive, negative. This is why it's duality in all things, y'all. Because all things have atoms in it. And an atom has a nucleus. And when you get down into the nucleus, which is the brain of the atom, it has a positive and negative charge. So this is why I told you it's duality in all things, even down to the atom. Okay? All right? Come on, man. This shit get deep, man. Come on, man. This shit get real deep, man. They don't want you to, you hear me? So this is Adam, though. We talking ancient metaphysics, y'all. Hidden history, y'all. Hidden history, y'all. Now, let's look at the last Adam, which is Adam. So you got Adam, Adam, Adam. So you got Adam, the real God, us. First Anunnaki, one of our brothers. Then you got Adam, right? Then you got Adam, which is in a chemical compound, right? And then you got Autumn, like fall. Now, what is Autumn? Autumn is the fallen god who became a principality in Zeus' army after she fell in frequency. All right? So let me show y'all. A lot of y'all don't even know that autumn, what you thinking is a season, is not a fucking season. Okay? Let me show y'all something. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Show y'all something, man. All right? So, remember. Let me click on it. Okay? Now, this is what they call autumn. Okay? Autumn is one of the 4 temperate seasons outside the tropics. Autumn marks the transition from summer to winter. In September or March, when the duration of daylight becomes noticeably shorter and the temperature cools considerably. Okay? Check this out. One of its main features in autumn is the shedding of leaves from trees. Okay? Deciduous trees. Okay? So it's all about the equinox. It's all about the equinox. Now check this out. In North America, autumn traditionally starts with the September equinox, September 21st, and ends with the winter solstice, December 22nd. Okay, now we know that winter is not real. It's not natural to the planet. It's fake. Okay, so let's go down and look at something. Let us go down and look at something. Hold on. Let's look at this. Now, if winter doesn't exist, because everywhere on the planet was naturally warm, okay? Then they invaded us and they created winter. It was part of their technology that they brought to this planet to help keep us enslaved. So basically, autumn is the bridge between summer and winter. So if it was no winter originally, that means it was just summer, spring, and autumn. Okay? But then that would be a lie. It was never a spring or autumn because it was never a winter. Spring and autumn is only needed because of winter. It was always just summer, naturally, okay? It was summer because it's warm everywhere and the cosmos is warm, all right? Heat, everything gets heat. We are spirit and soul, so it's warm everywhere, naturally. Even your body to this day still has a warm temper in it, naturally, right? Okay. Everything dies in the winter. Now watch this. Imagine it just being summertime year round. There's no winter. Okay, if it's no winter, you can't have a spring because spring is there to bring you out of winter. So in spring, everything starts to what? Be reborn again. It begins to spring back and grow back because it died during winter. Okay, so it will be no spring. Now let's look at autumn. Autumn wouldn't be there at all because autumn leads you into winter. So spring, autumn, winter, all man-made, right? All man-made, and spring and autumn are both positive and negative effects of winter. Both autumn leads you into winter, spring brings you out. Okay, summer is the only natural thing on the planet. Now, check this out. Let's go read it on the thimble. Autumn is actually a fallen god who became a principality in Zeus's army. So she's a feminine entity, all right? After she fell in frequency, she is the gatekeeper. She is the harlot who meets the gods in their essence of nature. All right, what's our essence? Our essence is warmth. It's warmth. So autumn is an actual principality, all right, who moved in once winter was created, which is false, all right? And she is a fallen god, but she's a harlot. So what's a harlot? Like a whore, all right? She's a gatekeeper, though. She meets the gods and the goddesses in their essence. Your essence is in your warmth, heat, all right? So that's in the summertime. Autumn comes in the summertime. Now, you were told this warmth that is natural to your planet is summer because they could not let you know that this natural warmth that you think is summer was how your planet was year round. So they had to give it a different name. You know, when you seen this cold weather, they called it winter. And then they can't make it winter 24/7 year round because it's not real. It will eventually the planet eventually gets warm again. All right. So then that's what brought about spring, because they created spring to give you this idea of when you going from cold to hot again. And then when you going from hot to cold, that's when they brought in her, Autumn. All right. So she's the gatekeeper that meets the gods in their essence of nature. All right. And leads them into their death mentally, physically, and genetically by being the bridge to lead them into winter where they are forced, all right, to serve pagan gods like Jesus as well as have their land and DEA froze. Now, that's imperative that you get this line about how she destroys you mentally, physically, and genetically. Because when you're dealing with wintertime, something that's not natural to the planet, winter destroys you mentally, physically, and genetically. All right? Nothing on you is cold. So what do you think cold air do to you? All right? So most individuals worship her when we celebrate these holidays in between her equinox. That's what Halloween is about and Thanksgiving. That's about celebrating the autumn equinox. Because the winter solstice doesn't begin December 22nd, and that's when autumn ends. Okay? This shit get deep. This is all ritual too. This is all ritual, and this is all based around, all right, to destroy this truth, this hidden truth that they left behind, these secrets, all right, which is why even today you gonna get slack when you this dark, or if you just got carbon in your skin, period. So now, as a result, carbonated beings all over the planet, all over the realm suffer today from these oppressors because of this neuromelanin that we possess that they are trying to kill off and hide. This is why the lecture I gave on DEA was so important yesterday about Mark Henry. Okay? Now, what I want to connect to y'all even deeper is this character that they came out with, and he was all about us, named Dr. Manhattan. Okay? Notice he was blue, right? Because this is the power of blue. Dr. Manhattan is all about the gods and goddesses. Look at his abilities. Dr. Manhattan is a fictional character who appears in comics, in DC Comics. He is considered the most powerful superhero in all the comics because he possesses unlimited powers. And what color is he? Blue. Dr. Manhattan is all about what happened to us when the Kundalini energy fully rises at 100%, y'all. Go watch Dr. Manhattan comic books and read about them. This is all about our DEA and what happens to us when we reach 100% Kundalini activation, y'all. All right? Now, it's no coincidence that the most powerful superhero in all the comics is blue as fuck. Okay? Now, let's go down to his fucking powers, though. Okay? Because this is all in your neuromelanin. Check this out. Powers and abilities. Pay attention. Check him out. Throughout Watchmen, he is shown to be absolutely powerful and invulnerable to all harm. Pay close attention to this shit, y'all. Even when his body is disintegrated, he can reconstruct it in a matter of seconds and remains unharmed. Fuck that. Check out why though, y'all. Check out his power though. Check this shit out. He is capable of altering his size depending on his needs. Check him out. For example, he can even reconstruct himself in a much bigger form. So he has the ability to restructure atoms. He can hurl huge objects effortlessly with his hands. He is also unable to exhaust himself. John has, check this shit out. John has complete, this is Dr. Manhattan. He has complete awareness of and control over his atomic and subatomic particles. This is why he's able to restructure his size, y'all. This is all the shit we can do. This is all the shit your neuromelanin can do and more. That's why I say pay close attention to how they break down his abilities. Listen to this shit. Atomic and subatomic particles. This ain't science fiction. Ask yourself. Go look at any superhero abilities. Read they shit. You gonna see how scientific they powers are, and you gonna come to realize some shit they talking about your fucking DEA, man. Wake up. They talking about your DEA. All right? Your DEA. Okay? Let's keep reading, though. He is also omnikinetic. He does not need air, water, food, or sleep, and is immortal. That's us. You don't need any of those things, y'all. Yet you have been told that, but because you have this blue-black, which is neuromelanin, which is 9-ether being, which makes you a carbonated 9-ether being, all right? This is shit that you're capable of, all right? He can teleport himself and others over limitless distances. He is also capable of true flight, although he uses only levitation in most of his appearances. All right, due to his perception of time, he sees his past, present, and future simultaneously. This is what y'all need to pay attention to, because time is not real, right? All gods know that. Notice how this is one of Dr. Manhattan's powers. He understands that time isn't real. That's why they say due to his perception of time, he sees past, present, and future all at once. That's somebody that understands that time does not exist, okay? Which allows him to do shit like this. Have complete control over atomic and subatomic particles, man. Remember, what you believe, thus it shall be. It gets deep, y'all. Let's keep going. Dr. Manhattan is able to phase any part of his body through solid objects without damaging them. That's what you can do because you break down to atoms, y'all, and atoms vibrate. This is metaphysics shit, y'all. We talking metaphysics. We already talking about atoms, and that's how we got the atom, and that's how we got the Dr. Manhattan. Let's keep reading. This is all the things of you. He can phase through any object without damaging them. He can produce multiple copies of himself without function independently. Remember I told you we are multidimensional beings. We have many versions of ourselves all over these different multiverses. Didn't I say that? Who the fuck you think Dr. Manhattan? They talking about you, motherfucker. They talking about us, y'all. All right? They talking about you. He can produce multiple copies of himself which function independently of each other. Ain't that what Adam did in the beginning, y'all? Made multiple copies of himself. All right. But he also can project destructive energy, disintegrate people, create force fields. You already got a force field around you, y'all. It's called an aura. Transmute, you can do that. Create and destroy matter. You transmute, create, and destroy matter all the time. What you think when you write a name on a paper, you're creating matter. everything he can do, it's basic stuff that you already doing. So listen, all right, we talking about blue black. Let him who has eyes see clearly, man. Y'all go look more to Dr. Manhattan on y'all own, okay? And look at his first appearance, 1986. Hey, man. And you wonder why your ancestors was drawing these drawings, and they come out with the Smurfs and they give you a hard time whether you his complexion or her complexion. It's all about the neuromelanin. Let him who has eyes see clearly. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We at 2.5K live viewers. It's been a great lecture. It's been a very, very insightful one. I hope you took notes. I hope you have been paying attention. I'll see y'all tomorrow in class. Peace to the guys and guys of the planet Kai. Now we rise. One.